What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's dive into NXT Deadline from December the 9th, 2023. The final NXT Premium Live event of the year. It was a very, very solid show. So we kicked the pre-show off, which I didn't watch. It was Axiom versus Nathan Frazier. Axiom gets the win. Post-match, Nathan Frazier embraces Axiom, and I do see a heel turn coming for Nathan Frazier. Doesn't really matter. Who gives a shit? Moving on. So we start the show off, the actual main show off, with Shawn Michaels. He comes out. He wants to know if the Bridgeport crowd is ready. CM Punk comes out to the ring, rocking a Bret Hart hoodie, to a massive ovation and pop. CM Punk talks about mending fences and healing, and CM Punk asks the crowd if they would like to see him on NXT, and then CM Punk and Shawn Michaels, they embrace each other, and they also do a selfie together to close the segment. Great stuff there. The crowd ate it up. This was great. I loved it. So, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. A really good, feel-good moment for the crowd to get them into the show. First match of the night, Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee for the NXT North American Championship. Rey Mysterio was in the corner of Dragon Lee. He was also on commentary. Booker T was a full-on commentary like he always is. He had me rolling. So, Dragon Lee defeats Dirty Dom via the Destino for the 1, 2, 3. It's like a little DDT that he does. It's like a running reverse DDT that he does for the 1, 2, 3. So I like that. Dom is great. The story basically was that Judgment Day was not there to bail out Dominic, so Rhea wasn't there. Finn, JD McDonough, and Damian Priest, they weren't there. So this will play into a storyline more than likely. Dragon Lee winning was the right decision. And I think what they might end up doing is having Dragon Lee defend the NXT North American Championship on SmackDown as well as on NXT television. I think that'd be great. That way he can get more reps in and everything. Because he is kind of over with the crowd. He's great. So really good stuff there. And hopefully he has a nice little run with the title. I don't want it to go right back to Dom. I really don't. At least not for a few months. So maybe Dom wins it back, I want to say in February for Vengeance Day, which is in early February. So I think that would be a good look. That would give Dragon Lee a good, 2.5, 3 month run with the NXT North American Championship. I don't know, but that's what I would do. But I am glad that he won. That is Dragon Lee. Moving on. The Iron Survivor Challenge. This is the women's Iron Survivor Challenge, featuring Tiffany Stratton, Blair Davenport, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan. So Blair Davenport ends up getting the win via 3 points. She wins. This was a very good match here. My girl Tiffany Stratton only got 1 win for whatever reason. I don't know why. Same thing I think with Fallon Henley. And Kalani Jordan didn't get a win. She didn't get any points at all. She was just there just to kind of be a showcase. She was the bridesmaid, always never the bride. That's what she was in this match. I'm pretty sure that Fallon Henley and Tiffany Stratton are going to continue their feud for the most part. Blair Davenport winning was the right decision. It really was. And Lash Legend was one of the MVPs in the match. She basically kicked ass in the match. She did the double dribble spot in the match, which I really don't like that much, but she was a powerhouse. She's gotten way better. She's only been doing this for what, a year and a half, and she's gotten a lot of stuff down. I remember, like, when she was awful. This was, like, back in 2021 and a little bit last year, but she's improved tremendously. I mean, she came in there and kicked ass. She did a couple of power moves, like a couple choke slams, a couple back body drops and stuff like that. So, really good stuff there. Post-match, Blair Davenport, she calls out Laura Valkyria, and she's going to challenge her for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT New Year's Evil, which is going to be the second day of the new year. And it's probably going to be either a 1 week TV special, probably just 1 week or two. I'm not sure. It's probably going to be like 2 weeks, I would imagine. So I'm pretty sure that Lyra is going to win that one. Cora Jade, she returned from her titty surgery. She had surgery on her titties to make them bigger. And she attacked Lyra Valkyria on the stage. So that was great. So Cora Jade has made her intentions known. And her intentions are she wants to be NXT Women's Champion. Now, I don't know how I feel about that, because I also want Kiana James to have a run with the title. I feel like you need strong heels, and Cora Jade plays that role very well. Same thing with Blair Davenport, as well as Kiana James as well. But I could definitely see in 2024 or 2025 where Kiana James is NXT Women's Champion. The girl has improved tremendous. She's improved leaps and bounds since 2021. But I'm glad that Cora Jade is back. Moving on, Carmelo Hayes versus Lexis King. This is a very solid match. So Lexis King, he had his hair braided like Carmelo's. At the start of the match, Lexis King extended his hand to Carmelo. Carmelo Hayes refused to shake Lexis King's hand. Very good little match here. In the end, Carmelo wins via the nothing but net for the 1, 2, 3. Very solid match. Very good. Post-match, Lexis King gets on the mic and he accuses Carmelo Hayes for attacking Trick Williams. And he also said, he also thanks Carmelo Hayes for allowing him to have a premium live event match with him. That was great. I love that. That was really good shit there. Very, very good shit. So I'm very interested in seeing what becomes of Lexis King going forward. I like his character work and gimmick. I really do. I don't know if him and Carmelo are done feuding with each other. They probably are. I could definitely see Lexis King be NXT champion sometime in 2024, and in due time I could see him being the NXT champion. I really could. I like his work, and he's playing a really good heel character at the moment. He's kind of playing that annoying, dastardly troll type of heel, and I like those types of heels. And it was kind of cool that he trolled his way into getting a match with Carmelo Hayes. I thought that was fucking brilliant. That was damn sure brilliant on his part. So kudos to Lexis King. Next, moving on, we get a Nikita Lyons vignette, which is great. So I'm glad that she's back. I do expect her to cost Blair Davenport. That way they can start their feud. She'll probably end up costing Blair Davenport at NXT New Year's Evil. And then that's when they can begin their feud. They can have like their first match at NXT Vengeance Day. So that would be good. And the women's division in NXT is stacked to the brim. You got a lot of really good top contenders. Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Nikita Lyons, Tiffany Stratton, Kiana James. It's just a plethora of women to work with. And these are all viable options to basically run that women's division. Any of the women I just named can run that division. I don't know about Roxanne Perez, because Roxanne Perez, she needs character work. Her in-ring work is solid, but she does need character work. But everyone else I mentioned would be fine as NXT Women's Champion. Because I don't know if Lyra's going to have a long run. I don't know. I'm hoping she gets like at least a 6-month run. But I feel like she would be better served on the main roster, though. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. I could be wrong in my assessment. But I do think that Lyra would do okay on the main roster. I'm saying like maybe late 2024 she goes to the main roster. Maybe like between October and December of next year. I don't know. Moving on. So Cora Jade has a backstage interview with Kelly Kinnaid. So Cora Jade is planning to take the NXT Women's Division to the next level. She's going to make her intentions known this Tuesday on NXT, so that should be interesting, to say the very least. Her and Lyra Valkyria feuding could be interesting. It could, if it's done right. I do like Cora Jade, but again, I don't want Lyra to have a short run as champion. I want her to have at least a good 6-month run. Moving on. So NXT Vengeance Day will take place on February the 4th, 2024. So that's pretty cool there. Makes sense. Moving on. The Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Braun Breaker versus Dijak versus Tyler Bate versus Trick Williams versus Josh Briggs. This match was fun. This match was solid. So, Dijak and Briggs Jensen, they started this out. And Trick Williams ended up winning. He ended up winning. It took him like, he was getting beat down for a good 10 minutes or whatever, and then he started making comebacks towards the end, like the last 5 minutes of the match. Started making a comeback. Braun Breaker, when he came in at number 5, he speared like Dijak. He speared everybody in there except for Trick Williams and everything. He got 3 wins. Tyler Bate got, I think, 3 wins. Briggs Jensen. No. Briggs Jensen. He only got, I think, 1 win, I think. But like I said, in the end, Trick Williams, he gets the win. He hits the pump knee strike on to Braun Breaker for the 1, 2, 3. And he wins. It's 4. So everyone else came in like second place or whatever. So Trick had 4, Braun had 3, Tyler Bate had 3. Dijak was about to get 4 wins, but Eddie Thorpe came out and got involved. So that was great. They get to continue that feud. And I'm glad that Dijak, his shitty ass, doesn't have to be chasing after Ilja Dragunov. So, yeah. But in my opinion, this should have been the main event, though. It really should have. But Trick winning was phenomenal. This was great. The crowd was super into this shit. It was very fucking over. Trick Williams is one of the most over guys on the NXT roster. When CM Punk was there, just to show up. Trick Williams was just as over as CM Punk. Like, it was that monumental when he won. Like, the building erupted. I was like, damn, I'm glad that my boy won. And I do think this is when Carmelo will turn heel. So I do see Carmelo turning his back on Trick Williams and costing him the match with Ilja come New Year's Eve. Moving on. So Briggs, Jensen, Fallon Henley, and Josh Briggs, they get into backstage brawl with the Metaphor. Because the Metaphor was just talking shit to all three of them, and that's when they had a little brawl. So they'll probably end up having a 6-person tag come Tuesday. So that should be interesting there. Moving on. The men's breakout tournament will begin this upcoming Tuesday. So that should be fun there. Moving on, Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James. Kiana James gets the win with the help of Izzy Dames. She gets involved. So she wins via the deal breaker. I thought she was doing the 401k finish, but she ended up doing something different. So that's interesting there. It's always good to have multiple finishers. That's great. I'm glad that Kiana James won. It makes sense. And it seems like Izzy Dames can serve as her heavy. And I wouldn't mind it if maybe they add more to the group. Maybe like a Ariana Grace. I think that would be great. Have like a little dominant trio on there. That would be great. If they had the NXT women's title still, tag title still, that would be great. But having a decent little faction in NXT is great. You know, having Kiana James, Izzy Dames, and Kiana. I mean, not Kiana, but Ariana Grace would be great as a little faction. I think that would be great. So, Kiana James winning is the right decision. I'm going to make a bold prediction. In 2024, Kiana James will be NXT Women's Champion. The girl has all the tools to be a star. She's actually one of the most improved females on that roster in the past 2 years. She's improved tremendously. I love Kiana James. She is great. Great in-ring worker, good on the mic, and solid in the character department. And that's always a good thing. Main event, Ilja Dragunov versus Baron Corbin for the NXT Championship. Dragunov wins via 3 H-bombs into a little hug, and then he wins the match via Torpedo Moscow. And that's how he wins. The match was intense because of Dragunov. Dragunov is a badass motherfucker. Post-match, Trick Williams, he appears on the stage with Carmelo Hayes standing behind him as the show goes off the air. So that's fine there. Again, Trick Williams winning was the right decision. We knew that Ilja was going to retain anyway. And I don't know where Baron Corbin goes from here. I don't know. Maybe he goes back to the main roster sometime next year. I don't see him being in NXT too much longer. I mean, what else can he do? He's not going to go into the mid-card and go after the NXT North American Championship and deal with Dragon Lee. That's not going to happen, so I don't know. I felt like the men's Iron Survivor should have been the main event, and this should have been in that place. And I get, because it's a championship match, you want it to always main event, but sometimes that can't always be the case. But all in all, this was a solid show for the most part. And I'm interested in seeing what happens on Tuesday. I really am. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.